back it up, step it up, step it up, back it up, step it up, step it up, step it up, back it up, step it up, back it up, here we go.
Hello everyone, it's a More Beautiful You once again. We're happy to see everybody. Haven't taped the show for a while. We have a nice sweet woman here, Patsy Ignar. Right? How you, Patsy?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. And you see how beautiful her hair is? Beautiful. Now, how long ago was your hair cut, Patsy, approximately?
About 7 weeks, 8 weeks.
This haircut she came in, about a month ago to talk to me?
Right.
And, you know, I'll never down anyone's work, but she needed a haircut when she came in a month ago to talk to me. It was only 3 weeks old. So what you'll notice about when I cut your hair, in 10 weeks, it's still going to look nice. So, ladies, remember you're worth it. Don't not come in. If you have trouble with your hair, come in. So what we're going to do with Patsy today, I'm going to take her hair and I'm not going to freak her out and cut it too short, but I'm going to cut some hair off of her to thicken this up. I explained to her a little while ago, I said, now once we do this, it might put your hair in a little bit of shock for 7 to 10 days, and then it'll start to soften up. Usually just the shock leaves it and it just starts to have a little more bounce to it. But I also explained to her that hair does change. So you could have had curlier hair when you were a little younger. You're still young. But she could add, even though she has the gray hair. It's beautiful gray hair though, isn't it beautiful? She said, what do you think I should do, dye it? No, definitely not. And if anybody dyes their hair that has gray hair, they do look younger. I mean, it doesn't matter who you are. So, but doesn't mean you don't look good with the gray hair. But I don't like to turn people into slaves. So I've had, into too high maintenance. I should put it to you that way instead of saying slaves. But so the high maintenance is she would, you color your hair because you will look younger. She did it, she'd be every 4, 5, 6 weeks. I'd rather her not come in that often. Get your hair cut and be beautiful. You could always color it. Takes 40. I have women now that are letting their color grow out, and it takes a year to let it grow out. And I tell them anywhere in between that year, anytime in between that year, if you decide to get it colored, it's 40 minutes. So it's not a big deal.
That's true.
You know? But did you ever color your hair?
Yeah.
So
From when I was about 20 years old.
And do you stop for any reason? Or?
I just, it wasn't coloring right. I didn't care for the color I was getting, and I thought it was making my hair very dry. So I just wanted to go natural. And I love gray hair.
Now, did you do it yourself? Or?
I used to do it myself, and then I also had it professionally done.
And was it still dry?
It was still dry.
Well, gray hair I've been telling, I have a lot of women I've known almost 40 years. And so as their hair starts to gray, you have to be on top of it with them because their hair starts to change. The texture changes. When you have gray mixed through your hair, the gray hairs really come out pronounced like that they're dry and unruly. When it all comes together, then it's not too bad. But you don't want to color if you have the right cut. Gray hair is the cut. It's all about the cut. I don't care if your hair is gray or what it is. It's about the cut. I've had a lot of new customers coming in, and it's sad to say, but none of them have nice haircuts. Some of them go 3, 4 weeks, 2 weeks. Their hair, what kind of a haircut is that? So people say, well, I have to go every month. This is because your haircut wasn't right. I have people that come to me every month, but they don't like to ever change. They look the same always, okay? They come into me in a month. When I first get to know them, I tell them, what are you doing? You don't need it. No, I need it. Well, sit down, I'll do it. But I have girls that go from 4 weeks out to 20 weeks. And I'll do a bang trim in between, our friend Michelle. Yeah. And a lot of my women, if Patsy comes in and this gets long before the rest of it, I'll trim it. And naturally, if she comes in and this is a little long, I'll trim there a little bit. I'll do whatever I have to do. I've been doing that for 40-some years that way. Just as a courtesy to be nice to people. Sometimes they'll walk in, they get a bang trim, it's $5 or $10. For what? If the girl's your customer, why wouldn't you just do it? So remember that, you young hairdressers out there. Give a little, you get back. Plus, it's good for you. Their hair always looks nice. So I'm going to go through this. When they did cut her hair, she said it was chopped, but it's really not that chopped. Didn't you say that to me? But when you look at it, there's not all flips and chops in it. There's one right here, and they took a ledge around here. A lot of people are getting long hair cut into these layers, but they just cut a wedge in it. And they drop it and keep cutting wedges in it. doesn't grow out too good, okay? Plus she has all this that's just hanging there. When she had that haircut done 7 weeks ago, this wasn't short enough. When I saw her 3 weeks after the haircut, it wasn't short enough. So it's not just, I explained to her that day, it's not just putting it and cutting it even and precise. If it's the wrong length, it could grow out quick, or it'll take 6 weeks before you like it. You want a woman to like your hair within a week. A week a woman will put up with. If it took a week for their hair to finally, oh, it looks really good, they don't have a problem with that. But it shouldn't take 6 weeks, and it shouldn't need a haircut in 3 or 4 weeks. So come in if you need help. I've been practicing this. Are you ready for me?
I'm so ready.
All right, we're gonna wash your hair up, but what I was gonna show you here before we go is how this layer is just cut right into here. You can see right where that layer is. It hits a layer and then just drops. That's why the haircut didn't last on her. Plus, when I do this, it's gonna thicken it up. Now, I did explain to Patsy that whether she comes back to me or not's another story, but if she was a client and was gonna come back, the next haircut, we could talk more. She said maybe I'd cut it short if I thought so, but her hair wouldn't be right short right now because it's just been hanging on her for so long that if I cut it short, it's just going to want to do nothing. So I'm going to take what she has, improve it, and not freak her out. She did say she likes to pull her hair back a little bit.
I do. I wear it back a
Look at
lot.
how good she looks with her hair back, which means she would look good with short hair. Some girls with long hair, I would never look good with long hair. So do you pull your hair up? Well, yeah, I pull my hair up. Well, how do you like it? Oh, I like my hair up. That's short hair. It's not cut, but it has the look of short hair. And look at how good she looks. So I wouldn't be afraid to cut her hair short, but not the first or the second time. I don't think that's what she should do now. So sometimes you do a woman and it's like a work in progress. It's not just like, well, she has 25 inches, 40 inches of hair, you could cut it off to an inch. It doesn't work that way. If you've been working with it and her hair's right, you could do it. But if it's not right, I told her about a girl that if a girl had a center part with long hair, she wanted bangs. When I combed it down, the long hair down, pulled an area out like bangs, combed it down, it was down to about here. It just split open, because it was so trained into that center part, which basically it broke. So it gets thinner, and that's the weaker area, and it would part. If I had to cut bangs on her, they would have split open. She would have wanted to kill me. So I told her to move the part around first, and then eventually maybe a cut or two into it. When you see that come together, then you can do the bangs. So it's all common sense, all right? So do you want to ask me anything about this, Patsy?
No, it's all up to you.
She's wonderful. All right, come on over here. We're going to shampoo it.
Okay.
Step it up, back it up. Step it up, step it up. Step it.
All right, Patsy, we're back here. You're with me now. How was that shampoo?
It
Pretty
was
good?
wonderful. It was like a massage. I loved it.
Great. All right, now you see her hair. It's got some wave in it, and it's straight. It's got both. But all of this hasn't been really cut for a while. Even though she had it cut, they really didn't cut enough off, which means it'll just stay really thin. So remember, the cut's the thing. And I have a woman that tells me, make sure you always say what your mother said. Hey, your woman's hair is her crown and glory.
It's
So
true.
there you go, Marie. I just said it. Now I'm going to take Patsy. I'm going to cut quite a bit of hair off of her, but I'm not going to cut her hair short today, like I said, okay? And then if she would have any trouble with it, you feel free to walk in here.
Okay.
Anytime, as long as I'm in here, and I'll help her with it. Usually it's very simple, so, all right? Now, when you let hair stay long like this, it hangs. Some girls like their hair to hang, even though it might wave. When you cut it up, it gets flippy and fluffy. Some girls don't like flippy and fluffy. But I'm not going to really cut it to make it too flippy and fluffy, but I'm going to cut it up to thicken it, okay? I'm going to keep the layers long on her. I'm going to cut everything, but I'm going to leave them a little longer so they come down. I'm not going to try to puff this, all right? So, And I did explain to her about being gentle with her hair. And she's pretty gentle with her hair, but when you see this little breakage and different things like that, that's usually from being a little rough over years, not one time. So it takes a lifetime to make hair broken. But I have young kids that come into me, they have broken hair, and they're just too rough, you know. The average hairstylist out there is rough. They're rough on themselves, they're rough on people, so people get used to it and people go home and do it. They come to me, it's like, get out of that rough treatment. Oh, you have nice hair, Patsy.
Oh, thank you. Now it'll look nice,
Oh,
though.
it's going to be good. And the whole key with, like I said, I'm going to say it again to you ladies. You get a good cut, it should look good when you need a haircut. That's the whole sign of having a good haircut. How does it look when you need a haircut? And if it doesn't look good, it wasn't really a good haircut. Anybody can make it neat. I mean, I've had girls come in here with, you know, hair way past their shoulders, going 4 or 5 weeks to get a haircut. It's like a joke. Now, one thing I want to get into, I'm watching some of these commercials on TV for hair products. Most of them are garbage. You understand, ladies? Don't get yourself into buying half of that stuff because it's not, it's similar to everything else out there. There's a new one out, I'm not even going to mention the name, but all it does is make your hair greasy. Grease. So if you have frizzy hair, get the hair fixed first, then the conditioners and whatever you use on it. You do it to enhance it a little bit, not like to try to totally fix your hair. Watching these hair programs, everybody has nice hair. I mean, I could make the carpenter make the girl's hair look good. I mean, what does that show anybody? You come out with this gorgeous hair, and then they want to show you, and all I did was put the round brush. They styled it to make it look good. It wasn't cut to be good. And maybe the haircuts weren't too bad, but they did more styling. They don't show you the 40 minutes it took them to do it. And then a woman's going to go home and do that? I don't think so. So they have the way that they're blowing everybody's hair dry with these round brushes. They're putting a round brush in and they're killing your hair, blowing it. Creates a look. You can't get it unless you do that. I don't do it. I've had women ask me, are you going to use the round brush? No, I don't do it. Blow it. What, am I going to take 40 minutes to blow your hair dry? I'd have to charge you a la carte. You know, extra for the blow dry. So to me, I'm blowing the hair dry in 5 to 8 minutes and we're done. You want to spend an hour? You go spend an hour. I can't do it that way, you know. See, after we do this, Patsy, if she came back into me, she could say to me, Kip, can you leave it a little longer? Can we do this? Can we do that? That's when I talk to people more. Mm-hmm. Now I just want to do what I think is best for her. So there's not a lot of the choices for her right now. But as we do it, and she sees her hair come in better, and you got pretty gentle. I mean, I did, when she came in just to have a consultation with me, I told her about being gentle, and she did notice. Tell them what you said, Patsy.
It makes a difference. It does.
She noticed some of the hair coming in.
Yeah, I could see now growth.
So it does work.
I was a little wicked with the towel drying thing.
Were you?
Yeah, I was a little rough, and you told me not to do that. So.
Right. And 9 out of 10 people, if they're rough with the towel drying, they're rough with the washing, they're rough when they comb it, they're rough when they do everything. And usually they're rough because they're in a hurry. So being in a hurry makes you do things a little harder. And remember, you can inflict more pain on yourself than if somebody else tried to do it. So if I started to pull Patsy's hair, I'd get so far, she'd say, oh, wait, you're hurting. She could take the same piece and yank it out of her head and it won't hurt her the same way. So remember that, okay? It's about preventive stuff. Preventive. The industry now is going backwards. When I got into business 46 years ago, bleach, perm, straightenings, everything. Kill your hair, torture your hair, make money doing it, and then make more money selling people things to make it better. So I never did it that way. I'll never do it that way. I'll make your hair better just with this. See this? Very, very good. I don't need garbage, you know. Hairspray I used to use as gel 46 years ago because the gels they used were like rock, so you couldn't blow hair dry. There weren't many people blowing hair dry 46 years ago. I was. So you couldn't use the product. So I used to take hairspray, pick the hair up while it was wet, and just That gave it the body. So half of these products are garbage, you understand? And I'm in the industry. If I sold products, I'd be telling you they're just similar to any other product that you go out there and buy.
You do end up with a closet full of products, though. You really do. And you use them once, they don't work the way you think, and then they're left there, or you're giving them away or throwing them away. It's a sin.
And I didn't tell you to say that.
No, it's true.
But it's true. And women that come into me, what should I buy? Instantly could have a sale and make money. Because you open the door, what do I tell people? Do you have products at home? Use them. Yeah, but it didn't work. Come in, I'll show you how to make it work. You know? And so Patsy's telling you just from experience. And most people don't put the products in their hair properly to begin with. Some people will have a product, I used it, I find out how they use it, they didn't put it in properly. You take the product, you put some in your hand, you rub it in your hands, you start to touch the woman's hair, not rub it off. Usually when they rub it, it'll come all off in one area. So if they just do this, it comes all off in the front. If you start to touch, you will see it start to come off your hands.
I never did like that.
You never, well, right. So as you do that, now you know if you get towards the back and there's very little left in your hand, now you know if you have to use a little more. If you get to the back and there's still a gobs in your hand, you use too much. But you will see that if you just take, and if you have the product in your hand and you just start to do this to it and touch it, it'll start to come off your hands. And it gets in it, then you comb it through, okay? I've had women recently that years, they never comb the conditioner through their hair. I said, well, yeah, but I do it with my fingers. Yeah, but it doesn't get through properly. So comb the conditioner through your hair too. Get a wide tooth comb, and when you do the conditioner, just comb it through. Don't just say, well, I did it with my hands and I did it. It doesn't get in there as well as if you use a comb. And you can see how long that was.
Wow, look at that.
And like 7 weeks ago, that was only here. That was too long. Were you trying to let your front grow?
No.
No. Okay, now I'm not going to cut it short, but I'm going to cut a lot more off than 7 weeks, okay?
Step it up, back it up. Step it up, step it up. Step it.
All right, Patsy. Did it hurt?
Not at all.
No pain.
It felt good.
All right, good. All right, well, you see what I did. We cut some hair off of her. Cut maybe certain areas 4 inches, certain areas 3 inches, you know. So we got this in shape. We got it all together. And now we're going to blow it dry quick. Put the product in her hair, like I told you in the beginning. Just started to touch it. Now it's off my hands, and I know that was enough. So now, you felt how gentle I was with all this.
Very gentle.
Okay? So a lot of people think they're gentle, but they're not, all right? Now all I'm gonna do, put the part, she could put this part anywhere she wants. I'm gonna take this, blow it all down. Even if she combs it off her face, I'm still gonna blow it down, not blow it off her face, okay? And get some fullness at the crown, whether I use a brush or my fingers. I could do it both ways. And just gonna do it in a few minutes. So if I take 4 or 5 minutes to dry this, she can't take 12 because she'll destroy it. I went over that while I was cutting her hair. Don't take too long to do it, which she said she doesn't. But if a person takes, and I have women with long hair that'll spend 40, 50 minutes or an hour to blow their hair dry, I blow it dry in 7, 8 minutes. You can't go home and spend 40 minutes or an hour, you'll ruin the haircut. So I'm not even gonna put a diffuser on it. I'm just gonna fluff this out and let it happen.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. Now, here's what you do, is what I
It
make.
looks so full.
Yeah.
I look like I have more hair, not less that you
Less.
cut off.
Right. Right, that's the key. You cut every hair. Every hair gets cut.
Oh my gosh,
I put
it's
layers in
beautiful.
it, but the layers are everywhere. They're not just like a ridge around here.
It's beautiful.
Now she could blow this with more bangs. She could do less bangs. She could tuck it. She could play. She could pull it up.
Oh
She
my
could
gosh.
You could flip it upside down the whole time, and it'll be flippy.
I can't get
It'll
over
look
this.
good.
I can't get over
And to comb
this.
this, to freshen it, you just go through it right to your scalp light, and then just shake it out. You don't need a mirror. So if she just did what I just did without a mirror, it's
Oh
going to
my
look
gosh,
good.
look at this.
So stand up and just get a feel for it. That's what I usually make the girls do instead of just walking out of here. Go back.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love this. Oh, I
Are you
love
glad
this.
I didn't cut it too short? or
No,
too,
this
you
is
know?
perfect. This is a perfect length for me now. No, this is good. I don't want to be too drastic, but it frames my face so nice.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Oh, you did a great job.
Front doesn't feel too short?
No.
And I told
No.
Patsy, I'll tell her again, 7 to 10 days, if she loves it now, she's going to really love it.
It falls into place.
If
Look how it falls.
No matter what happens, wind, no matter what, she could go out, she could put her hands through it to do this, do that. Anything she does, it's going to be there.
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's great. It is great. It's great. I love it.
Thanks, Patsy.
Oh my gosh, I do. I love it.
Another satisfied customer. You're worth it, ladies.
What a difference. What a difference.
Her hair's not thin, it's beautiful. You don't see scalp, you don't see
No.
anything. I left those layers long.
I can't get over it. I can't get over it. I look like a completely different person. Oh,
And
I
it
love
feels
it.
good.
It feels
doesn't
good.
just
It feels
look
healthy.
good, it feels good.
No, it
Sit
feels
back down
very,
again.
very
now let
healthy.
me play until we're done.
Oh my gosh. Oh.
So remember, to freshen it up, I did her part first, so no matter what happens to this, no matter what, that part will fall back. Okay, so do that part first. I told her when I was drying this, if I took it a little bit and just pulled it a little, it would be smooth, but still full. And then, do you use hairspray ever?
I do. Some.
Now,
yeah.
I recommend on some girls, if their hair's a little finer, to spray it and then go have a cup of coffee, go through it, a spray that you can get through easily, and do that 2 or 3 times. It'll thicken your hair, just coating it. So you use a very light spray. Now, this isn't a final spray. I'm going to use this spray as a final spray, but I'm going to only spray this now, and a lot of times I'll do this, and girls start touching. Don't touch it. Let it just set in. So I'm going to just take this, give it a light spray. And let it dry. And then I'm going to do it one more time. Now you could do this 3-4 times when you're home, and your hair will just feel thicker just from coating it. And if, like, she doesn't want that to drop, you put a little more spray at that hairline and let it set in there. Sometimes I'll use the dryer and dry it. That hair will never fall on her face, even if it was down there. Okay? But like you remember, now I blew it all down. I didn't blow it
Right.
back, even though you could push it back.
Right.
Don't blow it back, because it'll make that shape stay in there.
Blow it down.
Blow it down, everything. Your hair, like most people, because you comb it back a lot, the hair wanted to go that way. But blow it down and then comb it back.
Okay. That'll make it appear thicker then.
Well, it won't make it appear thicker. You won't always have that ridge in there.
edge.
You know. You want to get rid of that. See, now just let that dry for a few seconds, and then we're going to do it one more time. So call up if you need help with your hair. We'll help you. If you need a consultation, come in. If you'd like to do a hair show, Patsy, it was fun, right?
It was fun. I
No
loved it.
problem. Easy. Products, they don't do it. I'm the product. I'm the product, all
Like
right?
a hair doctor.
There you go. All right, now just go through it again a little bit, Patsy. Go back first there, light, now light. Light all the way through everything,
Oh my God.
and then just touch it.
Oh, it's so easy.
And your hair's beautiful, and the gray hair's beautiful.
I love the gray. I do. I love my gray.
And you could blow this all forward if you want. I mean, you could take it all forward. I didn't blow it all, even though I blew it down, I didn't blow it to be forward, but you can do that if you want it up. And just let it do its thing. The cut's there, so every time you comb it, it'll be a little different.
It'll fall into place though.
And tomorrow, if she doesn't have to wash this, maybe all she has to do is dampen it up a little bit and be done. And if she wanted to pull more hair down and get into the looks that they're doing, she could start playing and, you know, just create all different kinds of looks with it.
Oh, I like that. That's pretty.
There you
It's just
go.
oh, that's beautiful. Oh, this is great. I can tell this is going to be easy to work.
So now we're gonna do this one more time. I'll spread it out again. All right, Patsy, I'm glad you're smiling.
Oh,
Thank
I
you
am.
very
I'm
much
smiling.
for
It's
doing the show
beautiful.
with me.
My pleasure.
Thank you very
You're
much.
wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
And I'm glad you came in and let me
Me
do this
too.
to you.
Me too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself, be happy, and if you need help with your hair, call me, okay? Just give us a call. I'll make you happy with your hair without a lot of gimmicks, right?
Absolutely.
And be gentle.
Absolutely.
Stay gentle, girls. All right. Have a great day, everybody, and thank you again for watching.
Bye.